Today we have a chance to sit with Novacane, founder of Smoking Words. Smoking Words is an open mic event held every Thursday at Tropics Lounge in Tampa starting at 10. How are you, Nova?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. You ready to start?
I'm ready.
So, Nova, what inspired you to start Smoking Words?
Long story. I'm gonna make it short as I can, I guess. So I guess I've been writing poetry for a while. I never really thought about the performance aspect, and then one day I went to a show, and he did spoken word, and he had a book, and it was just cool. It was like, damn, I never seen it like this. Great. So I was like, shit, let me look at some of my old stuff and see if I picked it up, and it was like, oh, I had already written it to be, read out loud. So I started writing something new, and at that time, my mind was probably in a little more dark place, risky place, playing place, I don't know. So I have some erotic poetry, and I love erotic poetry, so I'm never gonna leave that alone. But I started with like a poem, and it's called Sex Kitten, and it was a little erotic. And I went and I tried to perform it, and I got off the stage, and all the women were just looking at me like, ew. So that's really how it started, why it started. It was just as simple as me not having somewhere to feel comfortable and perform and just be myself. So I had to make a place.
So, why didn't you just change your poetry if you were getting kicked out?
Why would I do that? That would be me selling out to myself. And I think I've never been that type of person. Ever since I was young, I felt like that was the only thing I had was being true to myself. It's all you guys, yourself really. So if you don't know who you are and you're lost and confused and trying to figure that out, then you fucked all over. So I couldn't change myself. I couldn't do that. Now I'm older and I understand the quality of being able to have poetry to fit in different places and to be able to perform in different types of places. But I'll never leave, stop from being myself.
And your event is known for being an environment that's free of judgment, free of stereotypes, where people can express themselves. I've been there myself and I've seen it, and it's an energy you can feel. Why do you think it's so important to create such an environment?
I think that in the current state of the world, we don't have an opportunity to really express ourselves, especially upon our peers. We get on Facebook and you see people with their fingers and they talk about stuff and don't really have enough facts behind it. And then we have all these opinions being left under it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you don't really care for anybody's comments about it. I just wanted to say what I wanted to say, and I just want you to listen to it. A lot of times I just want you to listen. And when you are able to go and perform something, that's what you're doing. People have to sit there and listen. At the end, there ain't no commentary. You don't put an opinion in the opinion box. If they like you, they clap. If they don't, they don't. It's that simple. Like, that simple.
So a lot of people are nervous, especially women. We find ourselves fearful to express ourselves because we don't want to be judged. We don't want to be put into that hoe, slut stereotype. What is your advice to them?
I guess, why are you hiding who you are? I think more than anything, we need to stop lying to ourselves about who we are and actually be the people that we say that we want to be. You don't want to be a hoe, don't be a hoe. Nobody told you to have sex on the first night. Nobody told you to write a poem about it either. But you did. And now you have to take the judgment for it. I guess what? I wrote a lot of poems about me doing some hoe shit. And I'm happy that now, 2 years later, I'm looking back like, ooh, girl, you was saying that. You did that. But now I'm just like, oh yeah, the poetry now, like, people know I'm in a whole nother space. I'm a whole nother person. And it's the fact that I came to realization of who I was. And I think that poetry definitely helped me do that. Any other way, you going and talking to somebody else and your friend's just like, oh, that's stupid. Or, you talking to somebody else and they just like, oh, girl, get it. You know how many friends I got that encourage whole shit? Like, so at the same time, you do some poetry and it connects to the people that you wanted to connect with. I write stuff and a girl started crying in the audience before. And I was just like, it ain't never, that touched me. Like, it was just like, I wrote something emotional. It was just like, you felt that. That means it was real. That means that, it hits other people on other levels. So, yeah.
How do you embrace your sexuality as a woman? Why do you feel it's important?
Sexuality is, I think, the biggest part of, womanhood. We realize that everything comes from sex. Life comes from sex. Everything is based on, on sex, really. So I think that once you kind of embrace who it is that you are, what it is that you want, what it is that you don't want, who it is that you want to be, maybe if you decide you want to have children, what type of mother you want to be. When you sit down and assess all of that together, you find out who you are, but you can't do that without really finding out who you are as a person. If I didn't decide, hey, I want to be with a woman and I want to share this type of life with her, I don't think, I feel like I probably would have had a kid already. But I was real with myself. Me embracing my sexuality, and encouraging other people to do it, it's just another form of freedom. And I feel like that's all that I'm about, really. It sounds like it's just, personal freedom, being free.
Is there anything you have in the works in regards to your writing?
I am working on a book right now. So I don't want to put a date out yet, because things happen. But I am working on a book, and I think it's going to be really cool. I'm outsourcing models and photographers and stuff like that. So I got high hopes for the book.
What is your advice to people who may envision doing something that hasn't been done before?
I would say do it. If it hasn't been done before, and you feel like you can bring something to it, if you feel like it can work for you or you can work for it, do it. But don't do something that you're not interested in just because there's an avenue open. And then you waste money, you waste time, you burn bridges because, people come in and out of all these type of business agreements. So again, if it's not something that sets your heart on fire, don't do it just because somebody else is doing it. If you have a homegirl that you see a business building open and it's cheap and it's already set for a salon and your homegirl do hair, give it to your homegirl. What you need a salon for? You don't even do hair. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just I would say go for it though. If it's for you, go for it. Hell yeah.
What are some of the benefits and setbacks of being a business owner?
Benefits would, I guess the benefits, I don't think I've gotten any really benefits yet. It's cool to say I own a business more than anything. I feel like I'm working towards something. So more than anything, I think it's personal joy. Can't say that I've soaked anything up, financially really. But right now I know that I'm in the building phases. There's a lot of stuff that comes with being a business owner on the other side though. Like, you meet people, it don't work out. But like I said, I wouldn't trade it. Right now I feel like it's just kind of happening. It doesn't really feel, I guess, a surreal feeling. Like this is just me breezing through life. It doesn't feel almost like, this doesn't feel like the hard stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like this is my life and people are the hard stuff. The relationships are the hard stuff. This isn't that hard.
Thank you so much for chatting with us, Nova. If you're interested in Smoking Words, she's going to let you know how to find her and her business on social media. Go ahead.
You can find me at Nova the Nymph, not Nympho, on Instagram, on Twitter. I'm on Facebook at Novacane. It's my real name, Nova. First name Nova, last name Kane. Don't ask my mom though. And then Smoking Words at Smoking Words on pretty much every social media platform. The website is being built right now, so it's SMOKENWORDS.com or Smoking Words on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Does he inspire you? Does he think so highly of you that he'd feel disrespected if you exposed too much of your skin or gave attention to worldly men? Would his concern delight you? Could a God-fearing man entice you? Would waiting for marriage be delightful? I just wonder what kind of woman are you if your ethics are of significance before you go praying for a man with value. Don't drag a king down, Eve. Don't take that man's crown, thief. Don't feed that man poison fruits because you're damaged and you're full of confused and misplaced anger. You can stop it there.